somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show, people you work with.
Welcome to another edition of GrassRoots Community Network. Thank you for watching this week, guys. I'm Erik Skarvan, your host. In our 19th year of broadcasting, I've got a first-time guest of the week. So excited. She is the new owner of Susie's Consignment Aspen. We've got Marley Regan in the house.
Hello,
nice to meet you,
so
Marley.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. We're actually just meeting for the first time, so This is exciting.
Yeah.
Getting to know you a little bit before the show.
Definitely.
Some of the best stuff is before the show, but
Yeah.
we'll share some of those tidbits. So how's your summer going? Let's just start with summertime in Aspen. It's been a gorgeous summer in terms of the weather.
Good. Yeah.
Are you having a fun summer?
So nice. Yes. Hiking, biking, staying outside.
And a lot of those things you have been doing for a long time. You were born and raised in Aspen as a native Aspenite.
Yes, I was.
Let's just go back a few years,
Yeah.
a couple years.
25 to 30.
And maybe some highlights of kind of growing up in Aspen. I mean, you think about all these kids are so lucky they get to grow up in Aspen and they're skiing all the time and stuff like that. Was it kind of like that? Just you're skiing every day and growing up in this fabled area?
I think you don't realize it until you're gone.
Right.
I think growing up here, you just think it is what it is. But then once you spend some time away, you're like, wow, this is the best place on earth.
Yeah, once you have a point of reference and comparison, once you've lived somewhere else.
But yeah, ABSC, I skied, I snowboard, biked, kind of did all the mountain things, a lot of camping. Yeah.
Were your parents really influential? Were they super active and athletic?
Yeah, definitely. My dad is really big with being outdoors. Huge nature guy, so that was a constant.
Very cool. What were some of those fondest memories from childhood growing up in Aspen?
I think just being able to, I always look back on being at Aspen High School and doing the outdoor ed.
Yeah.
That was the coolest experience, that they let us go on those trips and go to different places and do all those different things. Just camping, I think. Growing up camping every summer, no cell phones. That was pretty cool.
We didn't need no stinking cell phones back in the day.
Yeah.
We had payphones, though. You could run over to a payphone if you really needed to.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then camping, was that like backpack camping or car camping? Or what?
Mostly car camping. I think we spent a lot of time up at Chapman and
Love
Grizzly.
It. I love it.
I grew up with a couple, like a group of kids and parents. So it would be like 8 of us, 12 of us that would go camping every weekend. And that's just what I think of summers.
I call it Camp Chapman. I was up there about a month ago camping out.
Nice.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite aspects of growing up in Aspen, maybe a couple that are still here today? Because we talk about the changes a lot and every place changes.
Yeah.
And Aspen's changed a lot,
Yeah.
But what are some of the things that, are your favorite things that are still here?
I mean, you still have the Big Rat, which is great.
Yeah, there you go.
That's still
what are we going to do
around.
without Babs?
We gotta love that.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, I think the hiking.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of hiking. So all of the trails, I think, and they've expanded on a lot of them. So I think that's a treat. I've gotten to bike a little bit with my age. So I'm definitely into road biking a lot more than I was when I was little. I was more of a mountain biker.
Okay.
And I think road biking and gravel biking is really cool.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, you're talking my language now as a cycling instructor. Have you tried fat biking yet on snow?
I have not. No.
So for those who don't know, those are the mountain bikes with the big 5-inch wide tires.
Yeah.
And you run them about 5 pounds of pressure. So they're kind of like,
Soft.
ripe produce.
Yeah.
You want them squishy because then they get that amazing traction.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to check that out, I'd love to take you out fat bike
Are
sometime.
they studded?
Well, we like to say, Marley, studs don't need studs.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, if you run the right pressure, you
Yeah.
don't really need studded tires.
Nice.
A lot of it is technique, because once you learn how to turn and corner on snow and ice,
Yeah.
that's more important than having, nails or studs sticking out of your tires.
Right.
and it's about not laying it over too much on an angle, right? Because like the canoe I was in last night, you get to a certain tipping point and you're over.
Okay.
Same thing with a bike
Yeah.
on ice or snow. I mean, I see my neighbors riding just hybrid bikes in the winter.
Yeah.
And they're staying upright, no studded tires.
All right.
So, I mean, the studs are nice, but I think more importantly, skill.
The skill.
Is what we really, try to impart with Sundog Athletics is the technique and the skills. But yeah, studs don't hurt as far as that goes, like our car tires. But what's a really fun one is Aspen to Woody Creek Tavern.
Oh, nice.
The Rio Grande is the only Nordic trail, because it's multi-use, that allows fat bikes.
Oh, cool.
And we actually packaged that in with a lunch called the Fat Tavern Tour.
Oh, fun.
Plugging my own situation right now, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's just a great alternative.
That's awesome.
It's really good when it hasn't snowed for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe the skiing and snowboarding is getting a little punk, but you want that hard pack for fat biking.
Okay.
Going up the bells has a whole new meaning in the wintertime versus your
gosh.
road bike in the summer. But I love that kind of stuff. It's just,
awesome.
Cycling is awesome. What's your favorite hike? Do you have a favorite hike?
I love Aspen Mountain.
Yeah.
Because you just get to take the gondola down.
Right. Do you go for Bluegrass Sunday at all?
I have never done that, no.
That's a great tradition.
No, that sounds nice.
So my dogs and I have been doing that one for about 20 years because of the free download.
Yeah.
But the free Bluegrass from noon to 3
Nice.
every Sunday all summer. It's
Oh,
really
fun.
fun. So you get to the sun deck, there's music, have a beer, free download. Just a
Awesome.
great tradition.
Yeah.
But I love that Aspen Mountain hike. To be able to ride down, not walk down is huge.
It makes a big difference.
So Marley, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Rehydrate.
Perfect.
For some heavy conversation.
All right.
We're going to really get into the Susies, some of the things that you're noticing as the new owner.
Yeah.
And some observations on how to run a successful local business, guys. But I want to thank our summer underwriters for making our series happen June through September. We've got Aspen Square, Haiti Children, Klug Properties, Picken County Solid Waste Center, Silver Peak Grill, Susie's Consignment Aspen, Sundog Athletics, near and dear to my heart, and Wheeler Opera House, our new exclusive presenting sponsor. We'll go to a quick break, guys. We'll be back in 2 minutes with Marley, Regan, the new owner of Susie's Consignment Aspen, and maybe some tips to how to run a local business successfully. So don't go away.
Susie's Consignment in Aspen at 600 East Main. Same friendly faces, same great prices, and new items daily. See you at Susie's.
At the Wheeler Opera House, we set the stage for connections that create memories for our audiences, artists, and greater Aspen community. At the Wheeler Opera House, all are welcome. You're welcome to be a part of history.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Join the string beans in helping reduce food waste in our community.
Plan menus carefully and only buy what you need.
Collect unused scraps for compost.
Ask for smaller portions in restaurants.
Take home leftovers to eat later.
Donate unopened food to our food bank.
Let's work in concert to reduce food waste.
Providing exceptional service for over 50 years, Aspen Square features studio and larger condominiums for nightly rental with an ideal downtown Aspen location. They offer fully equipped kitchens, wood-burning fireplaces, and private balconies with full hotel-style services and gracious hospitality. Aspen Square is proud to support the local show. Chef-owned and operated and supported by a hard-working team behind the line, Silver Peak Grill is passionate about their food, service, and delivering quality. Expect quick serve, casual dining, in a clean, bright atmosphere with an outdoor patio with shade in the summer. Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience Aspen's most amazing adventure locations and gain new skills to increase your safety, performance, and enjoyment while mountain biking, road biking, hiking, and paddling on Aspen's exclusive canoeing adventure.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people.
We're back on the local show, guys. Thank you for sticking with us here on GrassRoots Community Network as we work our way through our summer season, the peak of summer, with Marley, Regan here in the house. Congratulations on your recent purchase of the business of Susie's, and you've been the owner since January.
Yep.
But let's go back, because you were an employee back in your college days.
Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about your progression from employee to business owner?
Yeah, so I always went to Susie's when I was little because my mom and my grandma loved it so much, on the Hopkins Avenue store.
Yeah.
And then my mom started working there when I was in high school, part-time in the summer. And then by the time I got to college, I would come home from college and work there a couple months at a time, and that was kind of my first in. And then after I graduated, I traveled around a bit, but every time I would come home, I would work there. And I just loved it from the first time I worked there. You know, it's always been eclectic, and it's always been fun, and it's always just been a cool place to be. So that kind of started my love for it, and then I always wanted to buy it, and I thought it would be such a fun place to own, and I got the opportunity last summer.
To come back as an employee, or to purchase the business?
To purchase the business, yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of got the opportunity if I wanted to come back, but it was also kind of like a two-way opportunity where I could come back, and she wanted to see if I was still interested in buying it.
Okay.
And I kind of dropped everything and went full-time there so I could learn the ins and outs, and yeah.
And how long had Susan Harvey run the business? Over 30 years, correct?
She opened it in '91.
Wow.
I know. So a year before I was born.
What were some of the main takeaways from Susan? Because she was like a Zen master of a local retail.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure there were many lessons learned, but what are a couple things, that you took away that are helping you today?
Yeah, so many. And she still works there 2 days a week.
Okay.
When
Awesome.
she's around, so she's always helping me and kind of always being like a mentor to me. But I think kindness and honesty and just integrity is something that's always been really important to her. And she really passed that down to me, as just being really good with people and being really fair with everyone, and I think just taking one day at a time.
And we talked a little bit before the show about the importance of employees, and your staff, and the ambiance that the staff creates, because it's not only affordable, amazing clothing, but the environment, the ambiance, the service. And can you talk a little bit about staff and the importance of taking care of them, and maybe some ways you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so lucky because all of the staff, so around 7 to 9 women, moved with me with the business, and they've all been so amazing. Like they've all been there for 15 to 20 years themselves. So they teach me things every day, and with everything new that I have, they kind of take it with open arms. But I think just the importance of having fun.
Yeah.
So many people come in there just to say hi and just to catch up and look around, and then they end up shopping, and it's not really like a sterile shopping environment. It's unique, and you can come back and say hello and sit and chat. You can bring your dog in. So yeah, it's just, I think having fun is important, and just as far as being a good business owner, I can't say too much because it hasn't been that long, but I think I want to be good. I don't necessarily want to grow as much as I can. I just want to be a really good business owner.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It seems like, everyone's having fun, and that's noticeable, know, and, so they stay because it's fun. Do they stay because they get like the inside line on a lot of cool clothing? Like they get the first pick on stuff? Because you imagine them go, I'm grabbing that. Or does that happen a little bit? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think people will come in and look in the back and say, what are you pricing right there? Can I look through what you're going through?
Okay.
And that's allowed. But the fun part is also we're making up these prices. Like we have a kind of a thing set in place of what we price things at, how we look things up. But people come in because they know they can get a deal. You know, they want to bargain with you, which is always fun, but they know that they're getting a really good price.
Right.
Yeah.
How fun is that? That's so cool. And then in terms of biggest challenges, biggest rewards, maybe a couple of each. The rewards sounds like, you know, having fun and the social aspect with your customers and your staff.
Yeah.
But could you speak a little bit more about a couple of the rewards and a couple of the challenges?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so busy, and that's just been, I can't complain, really, because we have the best clientele and we have the funnest shoppers, and it's just been so much fun. The rest of the winter was a blast, and then starting off, even in the off season, so many locals come in. You know, so many locals stick around and just want to enjoy the town when it's quiet, and they make the store great. And then the summer shoppers, it's just been so busy. So that's probably been a challenge too, is like I have no time.
Right. Busy's good, and it's, especially if it's fun, but also just the challenge of having time for yourself and your family.
I'm learning a lot. I'm wearing a lot of different hats, and it's kind of like you learn something new every day. And I think the highs and the lows, it's like just trying to stay balanced.
Right.
Yeah.
How has it been different? Like, I mean, I'm sure as an employee you had certain expectations, you know, leading into being the owner.
Yeah.
How is it different than your kind of preconceived expectations being the owner now?
Yeah. I think it's just how many people want to talk to you every day, which is really nice. Like, everyone comes in and they're like, I heard there's a new owner. Who is she? And it's a lot of conversation, and it's a lot of just introducing yourself to people, which I didn't really expect. I kind of thought it might have been just a smooth transition, and then people wouldn't really ask questions, but people ask a lot of questions.
Sounds like they really care about it.
They
like
do.
It's like their home. It's like coming home.
It is.
So whether they're living here or they're visiting or they have second homes, it's like one of the places they love.
Oh yeah, so many people. And that's such like a treasure to me, to learn that so many people hold Susie so close to their heart. It's pretty cool.
Let's talk about the favorite styles of summer. Do you have some insights on some hot summer styles?
You know, we have the greatest athletic wear right now. We have such fun stuff coming out of places like Bogner and a lot of Patagonia stuff.
Okay, I'm going in. I'll just follow you over to Susie's right after the show. If you're saying Patagonia.
Right? And there's a new style trend that's come about, and it's called Gorp Core. Have you heard of that?
No.
So it's kind of like hiking wear, but like make it street style.
Okay, sure.
Which I think is actually very achievable and normal in Aspen. Like, we've been doing that forever because we're always, you know, hiking and then going
and then
going
après
going to
or
work. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I love seeing people kind of have fun with that, where, you know, they'll wear their hiking boots and then they'll style it with like a skirt and a belt. I think people generally who are coming into the store are stylish in themselves, and they love looking for the unique and eclectic stuff. So a lot of the times it's just fun seeing what people try on and how they style things.
And then in terms of color, are there like hot colors that I love the color that you have right there.
Thank you. I've heard that supposedly the solids are in, but then also like crazy patterns are in.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of both ends of the spectrum, that, you know, just a lot of color.
What about, like, you know, you look around the community and affordable retail that's locally run, locally oriented. How do you think the city could do a better job in encouraging that? Like, because we're losing that so dramatically.
Yeah.
And the retail's so high-end downtown that a lot of locals don't even go downtown that much to shop or to eat, frankly.
Yeah.
So is there a couple ideas, or do you have an idea? Like, I mean, one for me would be repurposing that old city hall into maybe affordable retail and maybe affordable restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have any thoughts on that? Because it seems like we're losing that.
I mean, I feel like at some point something has to give, because you go around and there's leases open left and right.
Right.
And I think hopefully we're getting to a turning point where to be a part of a community, I think it's important to have small businesses. Like, that's why people go to visit towns. That's why people go to different cities, is because they want to see the small businesses. Like, they don't want to see these massive corporations.
Exactly.
You know, nobody wants to live next to a Target anymore.
Right.
And I think hopefully we might be getting back to that, but I think it's going to take some time. But I mean, the leases, I think, speak for themselves. There's so many available leases right now, and I think it's almost at a standstill with businesses that want to come in and that can afford it. They need affordability.
Right, right. Yeah, you would think, I mean, things go through cycles, right? Economic cycles. And if the vacancies grow and grow and grow, hopefully there would be some reduction in pricing, you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these landlords don't care. They've already said that we'd rather see it sit empty if we can't get top dollar.
Yeah.
And they'll just let the space languish, basically, and become a liability.
Yeah.
Maybe there's other things, like when other city spaces open up.
Yeah.
Like at the Wheeler, recently there was conversation about a gallery. Should that come back, or could that be retail, affordable retail clothing or whatnot?
Absolutely.
But I think that that's a really great conversation for the community, is maintaining that affordability. And you guys represent that so well.
Yeah.
And where do you see the future going, with Susie's Consignment Aspen? Because you're separate. I mean, you're related a little bit to Susie's Consignment Willits.
Yeah.
But you're really a separately owned business. Where do you see your store going in the future?
I just want to be successful within the community. If I can expand a little bit, that would be great. But ideally, just to be able to have like a space. If I could buy, that would be great. But I think I'll probably be renting for quite a long time. But I think as long as I can have a space in Aspen, I'll be happy. People seem to follow the store wherever it goes, which is nice.
And just to remind people, your current location, is it 600 East Main?
Yep, 600 East Main Street.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And that's kind of like right across from the UPS store.
It is, yes.
Right in there.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, where Eamon Wardy used to be.
And you guys are open every day?
Every day, yep. Monday through Saturday from 11 to 5:30, and then Sundays from noon until 4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what are some hot, kind of closing the show, hot tips for shopping? We'll say at Susie's.
Shopping. At Susie's.
Because there's so many like little nooks and crannies, and you guys have
many.
men's and women's clothing, you have accessories, you have footwear.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips like for shopping at Susie's?
I mean, I think going in knowing something that you're looking for is always a good way to shop. You visualize a little bit, whether it's like, I'm looking for a new pair of shoes, I'm looking for a certain blouse, I need a dress for this. And
new Patagonia shirt.
Exactly. And then a lot of the times it just finds you. But there's a lot of people who mindless shop too, and they do incredibly well.
Right.
We're colorized, so it's not by size. So definitely just looking for styles that you like, I think, is the most important thing.
Is there a better time to come in than another, like when people are turning in clothes, or is that just constant?
Every day.
It's ongoing.
We're getting a lot of stuff in every day. So yeah, there's new stuff in every day.
Okay.
And yeah, it seems to always be busy.
And that's the other opportunity, not just shopping, but if people want to sell clothing, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so we accept any consignments Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4.
Okay.
And basically we have a back door that you come through the breezeway through.
Okay.
And that's where we accept all our consignments. And yeah, we can go through the clothes with the consigner. We'll let them know kind of how we work, what we're taking, what we're not taking, and then get you set up.
Do you price that with the person, or are you responsible for the pricing of those items?
We are responsible for the pricing. So like I said, I have like 7 to 9 women who have been doing this for 15 years.
Right.
So if we need to look up items because we're unfamiliar with them, we will.
Okay.
But if not, then we have our ways.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have fun on the show today, Marley?
So much fun. Thanks for having me.
I baked you cookies.
Thank you.
Because kind of the rumor mill is most people are coming on just for the cookies, so I didn't want to let you down.
They look amazing.
I baked Erik's organic chocolate chunk and cranberry.
Yum.
Those are pretty, this is just a small token of my appreciation.
Thank you so much.
Did you have fun?
I appreciate it. So much fun.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Marley Regan, native Aspenite, new owner of Susie's Consignment Aspen. You guys, if you have a chance, swing on by. It's such, not only great deals on great clothing, but a lot of fun. Great shopping experience. Thank you for watching this week on The Local Show. Boom!
Wow.
Yeah,
You did it.
Good job.
Whew.
At the Wheeler Opera House, we set the stage for connections that create memories for our audiences, artists, and greater Aspen community. At the Wheeler Opera House, all are welcome. You're welcome to be a part of history.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Want to live like a local?
Help us reduce food waste, a major contributor to climate change.
You can help in 3 simple ways.
Plan menus carefully and only buy what you need.
Collect unused scraps for compost. Buy ugly fruits and vegetables.
Reduce food waste.
Live like a local.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience Aspen's most amazing adventure locations and gain new skills to increase your safety, performance, and enjoyment while mountain biking, road biking, hiking, and paddling on Aspen's exclusive canoeing adventure.
Welcome to